Community and Crown copies. Community copies. Near the conclusion of the treaty negotiations, there was a request from the chiefs that they each receive an official copy of Treaty Number 3 for their own reference. These became known as community copies. Chief Manidoo Mazina'igan of Northwest Angle stated, "Now you have promised to give us all your names. I want a copy of the treaty that will not be rubbed off, on parchment." Lieutenant Governor Alexander Morris agreed to this request, saying, "In the meantime, I will give you a copy on paper, and as soon as I get back, I will get you a copy on parchment." The parchment copies were not forthcoming. Lieutenant Governor Alexander Morris was reminded of his promise at a meeting with Chief Perro of Grassy Narrows in June 1875. One of the items on a list of grievances related to unfulfilled promises of the treaty was the lack of parchment copies for the signatories. After that meeting, certified official copies written on parchment were sent to each of 24 chiefs of Treaty Number 3. Crown copy. The government's copy of the treaty is referred to as the Crown copy. It is composed of 10 pages, and the community copy is 5 pages, the difference being in the way that they are formatted, as opposed to any difference in content. This community copy. The community copy of Treaty Number 3, which is on display, was in the possession of Chief Manidoo Mazina'igan, Chief Bob Roy of Whitefish Bay First Nation. Grand Council Treaty Number 3 believes that this may be the only community copy that has survived since 1873. The treaty was cared for by his family until 1977, when Chief Manidoo Mazina'igan's family placed the document with the National Archives of Canada, now Library and Archives Canada, for safekeeping. The chief's descendants continue to be the customary caretakers of the sacred text and honor that responsibility by feasting the treaty on a regular basis. In Anishinaabe traditions, the treaty is not an item to be owned, but a living entity with whom we have a relationship and corresponding responsibilities towards. In 1978, the treaty was placed on long-term loan at the Lake of the Woods Museum, where it was kept for 40 years. In 2017, the Library and Archives Canada requested that the treaty documents be returned to them for a conservation assessment. The community copy, Crown copy, and adhesions are currently in the care of Library and Archives Canada and are held in its Preservation Centre in Gatineau, Quebec.